Have you seen that movie?
Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog, that movie's fire. You didn't like it?
He said,
Man.
How many times have you seen
Looks
it?
like your taste isn't as big as your body.
That's big.
He just had
I didn't know
Who
what
has big taste? Man, you have big taste.
You have big taste in women.
oh my God, your taste is humongous.
Run from his taste.
Yo, what is going down, y'all? It's the Misinformed podcast. Myself, Thomas the Franchise. To my left, my man Johnny Chill.
Yep.
Yuck.
To my right, Travioli.
What's
Trav
up? What's
Nasty. And sitting across from me, our guest, man, Griff.
Hey, what's up,
Big
man?
Griff. What's up, big dog? How you doing, man?
And when he says big Griff, I mean,
Yeah.
this is some serious shit. This man is 6 foot 14.
No lie.
Isn't that what Cat Williams says?
No, what it?
6'14".
Something like that.
How tall are you? How tall are you for real?
3 foot 12.
What's the actual height?
6'11".
6'11".
Jesus. It's like two me's.
Right.
That is two. You just stacked two Johnnies.
Is it? How
Damn.
tall are you? You don't mind, right?
Like 9'2".
Yeah.
Thanks
to 9'2".
Centimeters.
Damn.
What's up, big dog? It's good to have you, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming all the way from the Springs.
For sure, man. It's good to be here.
How do you guys know each other?
Actually, through the rap scene, this fool raps too.
Okay.
You might have to come with some bars.
Bars?
Might have
Might
to
have to come
dust
some
something
bars,
off,
dog.
man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we came up in the scene in Colorado. He was just in the.
In the
we all knew
Springs?
each other through the rap
Shit.
scene.
You guys were performing at the Black Sheep down there?
Yep.
Black Sheep.
Yep,
fucking
Black Sheep.
The Union Station. And before the fam officially became formed, like, Griff was coming through to the studio doing tracks, and we were all kind of fucking around.
In the basement.
In the basement, yeah.
Yeah,
Spitting
he fucked with the
15s.
basement.
Hot 15s.
Hot 15s.
Yeah.
You guys
Griff,
were off the beat and shit? Fire.
he was on the beat. He
Griff-
just-
Griff
he's had a
math
little
ain't-
pause at the end
ain't that
to-
good.
to really take an impact.
Oh,
I accidentally wrote a 15-bar verse. Was all proud of it.
Was all proud of it, he
Stepped
said?
into the booth and the beat was still riding, and I was like, oh my God.
That shit's funny.
But we didn't.
Crucial.
It's not like we made fun of him or anything.
Yeah, y'all called
Nah.
me Odd Bar for a year.
He got a little smaller that
Yo,
year.
this new one's from my man Griff, a.k.a. Odd Bar.
Odd Bar
shit's
Jones.
fire.
That shit is tight, huh?
Yo, why wouldn't you keep that handle?
I don't know, man.
Is that your handle on Twitter?
No, man.
Oh.
I just use my name at Griff Coldiron. But
Cold iron.
Griff Coldiron.
If I-
That's your
if I
that's
ever,
your government name?
Yeah, it is
yeah,
fire.
that's
Damn.
my fire.
Just a regular name.
That's my regular
Cold
name.
Iron.
And definitely should be your rap name.
Yeah. No, if I ever go back to rap, I'm gonna go under the tag of Honky Kong.
Honky Kong.
Honky Kong.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
What do you mean go back to rap?
Like I've been out for 2.5 years. I've been doing stand-up comedy.
Been doing comedy, okay. So I thought maybe when you said honky, I thought you were doing some country music now. Like you totally flipped the script or some
Hey, we got a country song.
Darius Rucker. We do
Out there. I
have
mean,
a
it's
fire
not-
country
it's not
song. It's not
complete.
out there, but it's written.
Not out there.
It's not out there. We're out here.
We're
the
out
song
here.
ain't
Out
there.
here.
Yeah, we
I
stay
mean,
out
yeah,
here.
we do stay out here though.
Hey, so you just had a gig 2 nights ago in the
Yeah.
Springs?
Down at this old converted hotel called the Gold Room. It was cool.
Oh, I've heard of that. They do a lot of hip hop shows, right? Isn't
yeah,
it? It's
they're
owned
trying
by
to-
the guy that's like Michael Jackson's like state attorney or some shit.
Step
What?
uncle.
How do you know all just this random ass shit?
Nah,
like that?
because I knew one of the promoters there. Some
okay.
guy knew was gonna try and get us a show there because the Reminders have been there a couple times and it's I heard it's a really
Yeah.
tight venue.
Like it was weird, man. Like, cause it was this dude that was headlining was this guy Pierre who'd been on like How to Be a Player and Babs and all these.
The light skinned
Babs.
brother, right?
Yeah.
I know who it is.
And
What
like,
the hell is Babs?
You don't remember that shit?
No,
Black African princesses.
no wonder I don't. No wonder it slipped my mind.
Hey, definitely
It
like
was,
some garbage 90s
Yeah.
black cinema.
What was it?
Babs.
Babs. Huh. Interesting. Never heard of it.
yeah, dude was doing like
Did he kill it?
30-minute long dick jokes though, and I was like, okay.
30-minute long.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a long dick.
Yeah, it was a
Right,
long dick
right.
joke. Yeah.
Did the crowd feel it though? Did he kill?
Yeah, man, he did for the most part. Like, they got a little impatient at times. Like, yo, this fool's telling the same joke still, but yeah, it was solid. It's funny, like the promoter when they booked me, they're like, "It's an urban show. Are you cool with that?" And I was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I be cool with that, man?"
They didn't know you stay urban.
This was probably a phone interview, huh?
This fool's
No,
urban
man.
though. This fool's so urban. I mean, this fool's Keith Urban. He's so urban.
Dang.
This fool look at his shoes. They're Tom's Urban. He's so urban.
Get out of here.
Damn. This fool's urban.
So how'd your set go?
I went good, man, and like it was like 70% females in the audience, and I cracked this joke about the women's march, and I kind of lost a lot of them at that point. But
So needless to say,
probably bad timing.
There was no mouths waiting open for you at the end of your set.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
Did you get any? Was it like silent or?
No, man, it wasn't silent. Like there was a few laughs, and then like during the other people's set, people were coming back to the bar where I was hanging out, and they would tell me, "Yo, that joke was funny, but I couldn't laugh because my girl."
you just
She smacks
swallow your pride and be like,
So
I guess that's kind of funny,
you're such a
understand.
dick.
right?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, being a comedian seems like it'd be hard as fuck. How do you write?
I don't really have a process. Like a lot of people will sit down with a notebook and force themselves to write something.
Johnny's a
I
notebook
don't,
writer.
man. Just like as the day goes on or whatever, something will strike me as funny, and then I'll text it to myself, and I probably look crazy because I have this long ass It's the longest text conversation in my phone is the one between me and me.
It looks like you're just mocking yourself.
Yeah.
Right. And that's pretty much it. That's no different probably than. Did you do the same thing with rap?
Not really, man. Like with rap, I would sit down first and listen to thousands of beats before I find one I liked. And then I would do everything I could to get my hands on it. And then once I had the beat, it was just, I'd listen to it over and over and over until something struck me, like a topic I wanted to spit on or whatever it was. But I would always write to a specific beat instead of just write and then fit it in with something.
You always play the beat first?
Yeah.
I feel like I do that too.
Hell
I
yeah,
like the
I
beat.
feel like you
I
got
don't,
to.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, not that I couldn't write just a cappella with no beat, but it just seems weird. It seems like, you have to have the fucking beat to kind of carry how you want to.
Yeah.
They say how you want to.
Do you?
Sometimes you just hear the beat and you automatically like think of the whole theme of the song.
Right. No. Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is this type of feel. I'm gonna, either switch it up or go with the mood.
Do you test your jokes out on friends like before you put them into an actual stage show?
Yeah. Like my buddy Richie, who's he's out in Oregon now, man. That dude I test everything on because he's got kind of the same style of humor as me.
Yeah.
And this girl I was messing with a couple years ago used to be like my biggest test dummy, but that didn't work out, so she don't get the jokes no more.
What do you find harder? Writing rap material or writing stand-up comedy jokes? Or
writing jokes is a little more difficult or challenging, like
rather than coming up with punchlines
yeah.
and metaphors and stuff like that.
Right. Coming up with bars seems to be a little bit easier, but
Well,
It seems like it'd be easier to judge too.
Well, I mean, it's all opinion. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, from the rap side, it's like
I didn't say they were good.
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you.
But
No.
just writing words that rhyme, that's easy.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it seems like
Right.
you could be a better judge. Like you could, if you write a 16, it's probably easier to judge. Like that was fire. Then comedy, you really kind of have to test it out, probably with a crowd.
The thing I like with comedy though, like, is the crowd honestly judges you. Like when you're doing hip hop stuff, they're judging the producer and the DJ and your crew and like all kinds of other stuff within your set that doesn't necessarily, they may not even be listening to what you're actually saying. Like they may
Right.
just hear your delivery and say, "Oh, that's
Or
cool."
looking at the energy.
You know, yeah. So like, there's a lot that goes in on the hip hop where it doesn't. In comedy, it's isolated. They hear every word you say. They're staring at you. It's 100% you're out there.
What was the first time you did it? What was it like? Like, were you terrified?
No, man, that's weird. Like, I don't ever get stage fright. I never have.
Never.
No. I've never been. I'm actually more comfortable on stage than I am talking to someone one on one. Like, I can crack jokes in a group, and then I can't go like pick up a chick at a bar.
Right.
Right,
Yeah, I know what
Like,
you're saying.
You know, like if
Yeah.
she starts a conversation, cool, I can roll with it.
Yep.
But yeah, one on one, it's a little tough for me. But getting on stage where I'm just talking, I have a captive audience. I've actually been more comfortable with that all my whole life.
What about
That
performing?
That seems like that makes sense. I mean, obviously, you're tall. You're the first person anybody is gonna see.
Yeah.
Right.
You've probably been used to
No
that
doubt.
attention, that type of attention,
Yep.
and now you just tell jokes.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious.
What about on stage, like between rapping and stand-up comedy from the stage, side of things? Is it easier being up there? And I guess having everyone look at you and it's silent, you know, with hip hop, you have music playing. It kind of comforts you a little bit in a sense, like, especially when you do big shows. Like when we did that, me and Trav did a huge show over the summer and you walked on and you're a little intimidated at first, you know, you look back and you just see nothing but people all the way back, you know, and it was one of the bigger shows I've ever done. And once the band starts and once the music starts and once you start going, you get comfortable, but it was definitely more of a nervous thing. But once the music was going, I was cool. Well, there's no music. The music never goes.
Right.
You just standing there talking the whole time. So is it kind of once you tell your first joke, then it settles down or settles the nerves?
The first laugh, yeah.
Yeah. How does that work?
And it's a mistake a lot of comics make too. Is they won't hit the crowd with a quick joke before they get into their stuff. Like me, I want to hit them right away with something that's gonna make them laugh, put them at ease, and then you go from there.
Gotcha.
I can imagine how you'd need to put people at ease. You've got a looming presence.
They're laughing.
Well, like one of the things I've been opening with is like I just get up and I'm like, it's a privilege to be here, and it's the biggest white dude you've ever seen in your life. I know some shit about privilege, and then, you know, I mean that gets a quick laugh, and then it just move on.
I'm big, y'all.
Do you feel like the return that you get from somebody laughing is more rewarding than being on stage doing a song and then getting like a round of applause?
I don't know, man. Like, laughs are nice, but like when people come up and make a point to come up to you after a show and talk about why they like the joke, like that to me, that's a lot cooler than just getting laughter. Because a lot of times people in a crowd, they're ready to laugh. So if anything is remotely funny, they'll jump on board with you. But like when they come and discuss your material afterwards, that's where it's gratifying.
Yeah, for sure.
What about haters? More haters in the rap game or haters in the comic game?
Oh, man.
In rap, for sure.
Gotta be, huh?
For sure. Like the crowd doesn't hate on you with a few exceptions.
For stand-up comedy, you're saying?
Yeah, like the
Hecklers
biggest challenge in comedy is other comics right now are so politically correct and they're trying to police everyone's jokes. And be like, oh, you shouldn't say that. You're going to hurt someone's feelings. And I'm to me, if it's funny, it's funny. You know? It's like the oldest tradition is people busting on each other.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, why do you care about feelings all of a sudden?
Right. No doubt.
Yeah, fuck that. I give zero fucks about somebody's feelings.
Would you do comedy?
I mean, if I felt like
I dare you, dog. You should do like you should do a 5-minute set somewhere.
If I ever felt like
show.
I had a good
Do you think you
set, I think I'd be down to do it. I
You're
just
down for anything, though.
Yeah,
You're like the
that's
most
not
easygoing
true.
guy ever.
Drinking though or sober? You'd have to drink.
I would probably
You'd
have to get fucked
You'd
up.
have to have a couple shots.
And just not care. But the worst thing about that is the more drunk you get, the more like your inside jokes seem a little more acceptable.
Right.
And you're out there just saying shit that's only funny to you and like your close homies.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit just would be hard. I mean, do you do a lot of shit on the fly, or is everything, you know?
A little bit. Like if you have someone that wants to be chatty and involve themselves in the show, you got to be able to adapt to it. Otherwise, not too much. Like, or if some comic that's on before you says something about you, you gotta come and squash that real quick.
Rebuttals.
Right.
Have you ever had a heckler at your show?
I had one lady that was really talky. Like she didn't intend to be a heckler, but she was so drunk that she couldn't help. And I embarrassed her. I don't remember.
Bitch,
I don't
wherever you
even
are.
remember what I said to her. But
If you're listening.
That's just funny.
You bitch.
Yeah, it's just funny how sensitive people are now, though, man. Like I did this show in Boulder, and like my first 5 jokes, I was just making fun of myself. And then after the show, this female comic came up and was like, "You really shouldn't fat shame." Like I was making fun of myself. I didn't say because I did this joke where I was talking about, I was like, you know, I'm trying to eat healthier, exercise, you know, because honestly, it's just like Forrest Gump said. That life is like a box of chocolates. It doesn't last as long when you're fat.
That's just funny.
I was just talking to somebody the other day who said they hated Forrest Gump and it made me mad. That's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
Hey, it was, you know who it was?
Who was it?
It was fucking Gary, I bet. Gary on the
It
kick
was
drum.
Gary.
What?
Actually.
Oh man, I hate
It was
that.
Gary.
Oh man, I hate that Forrest Gump. Ain't a movie at all.
Shout out to Gary if you're listening, because Gary's been listening, but you got to run that one back. Please run
Hey,
that
He
back.
said it's just not good to me. It just wasn't good to me.
No, just ain't good.
Man.
Just ain't good. I seen it.
What
I
do you
seen
think?
it.
That movie's
Forrest Gump was a great movie.
That movie's fire.
But it shouldn't have won Best Picture.
Oh,
Like,
it should have.
I don't know what else.
It should have
came out
won
that year,
pic.
though.
It should have won Best Picture the following year
Right.
as well.
So that dude, that year it was up against Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption, and The
Ooh.
Lion King.
Yeah, I
Right.
can't give it to Forrest.
Right. I can't give it
Damn,
to
The
Forrest
Lion
Gump.
King's
Shawshank.
fire,
I
too.
watch Shawshank every time.
Nah, Forrest Gump is better. Ooh,
How did
Shawshank's
Lion
up there.
King not win that?
Or
Well-
Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction changed how people make movies, man. Like,
I feel like Pulp Fiction got doper later though.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was one that people
it be-
appreciated
Right,
after.
right. And then
But
now
that
it's
was
like a classic. But
Well, yeah, Reservoir Dogs, like that shit came out and it kind of went under the radar.
Super
And-
under the radar.
and then-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tar-
everybody
Tarantino's
fucking
is-
loved it way later, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I love Tarantino's fucking dialogue. That's the best part. He's
Yeah.
got such a, like some of the actors, just the dialogue in his fucking movies are.
He makes
Sick.
racism hilarious.
Yeah, he do that too.
Hey.
He definitely adds it into every fucking movie.
And
huh?
no
Every
doubt,
movie.
like, I was watching Django. I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Yeah.
Django?
And there
That
was
was
like
dope.
the first half of the movie where I'm hearing like uncomfortable laughs and I'm looking around to the left and to the right, like a little frustrated with the situation. And then Tupac comes on and he's blasting everybody and I'm just grinning, looking around like,
Oh yeah.
oh, that was real funny, huh?
That was a dope ass song.
Hell yeah.
Who
It was
made
him
that?
and it was Pac and James Brown. It was like a mashup of,
Didn't somebody famous take that and make it? Who made that?
I don't know, shit, I have
Who
no
put
idea.
that together? You know? Yeah, that shit was fire. That was a good ass song.
When you hit the stage, do you drink anything before you go on, or smoke anything, or you just go straight stone
Wolf
cold
urine.
sober?
Yeah, I don't smoke, like, cause I lapse concentration and I won't remember my own jokes if I smoke before a set. But like I'll have a couple beers or a couple cocktails before. It's like just loosen up. It's not anything where I'll go overboard with it.
Right.
But
Do you feel like you need it before you go on stage? Do you go on stage often without it, and you're okay? Like
yeah,
it's
either way,
fine,
I'm fine either
You're
way.
cool either way.
How many beers does it take to like just give you a little buzz?
I was gonna say a couple
figured-
cocktails. I'm
Ooh, I didn't even think of
I'm
that.
feeling like real
Yeah.
good. I mean,
I feel
so-
like you definitely
more
can
than
drink
a
more
cup.
than I can.
So right
No.
now, because I don't drink as often as I used to, the number's not that impressive. But like,
What is it,
back-
please?
Yeah,
13
back,
What is it?
beers for a buzz.
like back
What'd
when
you
I
say?
threw them back, man, I could down a 12-pack and not be.
it's full of lose 15
Yeah,
beer games of
fuck.
beer pong and still be
Oh,
be
dude,
rolling.
yeah,
all
like
by
the
itself.
12-pack?
Hey, but Andre the Giant smashed like 100 beers, didn't he?
No way.
That-
He did,
yeah.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, Andre the Giant didn't live very long either.
No, he did not.
And like
Yeah.
Wade Boggs set some record on a flight or something. Like there's some people.
Oh,
who
I
go
heard that
back
story. He
What?
drank like 80 something drinks on a fucking
on a flight.
on an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people on those little like Facebook videos that'll drink like a full bottle of like whiskey or tequila in one drink.
That shit makes me
It's
Who
like
would
what
do-
the fuck? Yeah, why would
People have got to be doing that just for shock value.
Of
like,
course.
It's
But
all
hey,
shock
Nah, I
value.
think some of it is like just money. I think they're like betting, and I think it's like a
It's definitely all for.
If you
It's
go to sea
retarded.
level, you can outdrink everyone. Like I went to Vegas a couple years ago, and me and my
Hey.
friends were at the blackjack tables. We had like 14 Crown and Cokes in a row, and the waitress came back and was like, "I would have cut almost everyone off about 10 drinks ago, but you guys are stone cold sober."
Holy
It's like
shit.
it's because we're coming
drank
from
yourself
elevation.
14?
That sucks.
Right.
You look cool to everyone
Right.
except for your own bank account.
Right.
Like, you just going. You going. I guess.
No,
I
but
guess
if
in
it's Vegas,
Vegas.
they're free, right?
Yeah,
It's
free
free
drinks.
when you're gambling. Yeah.
hell yeah.
have your bank account looking like a Shyamalan movie.
I don't get it.
A strange twist.
No, dude, I took
I don't get it.
6 cents.
I took like $3,000 off that blackjack
Jesus.
table that night too. That was a good night.
He ran back the 6 cents joke. what a
Like a shot.
bring that attention.
I didn't even
to
want to. I didn't even want to.
M Night Shyamalan movie.
He said like a
6 cents.
Shyamalan
Yep,
movie.
I didn't even want to say it either.
6
I wanted
cents.
everyone to figure it out later.
That was dope.
I wanted you to run this episode back and then go.
You think people are
Oh
gonna
my
run it
God,
back just for your
6
little
cents.
your little tiny
The
pie?
guy that does comedy was confused.
I know. I was trying to impress him.
You
Was that tight?
Oh, good.
Thanks,
Hey, that's me to be
Thanks,
there.
you little idiot.
Thanks,
I
fella.
just can't believe that people
Over
used to
your
watch
head, was
Shyamalan
it?
Movies.
Hey, you don't fuck with 6 cents at all?
6 Cents was okay when it came out, but like everything after that, like Unbreakable was one of the worst movies.
No,
I
I liked
I
Unbreakable.
actually fucked with Unbreakable.
I thought that was
I
tight.
hated that movie.
Why did
Zach
you
has
hate
no
that?
idea.
Huh?
I've
Well, like
no
I saw.
never seen
I saw
Unbreakable?
it,
With
yeah,
Bruce
I
Willis
saw,
and,
I saw
Samuel
opening
Jackson?
night.
No.
I saw opening
was
night
dope.
and like 20 minutes into it, I talked out loud and I was like, Samuel Jackson's the bad guy. He thinks he's a comic book character. And then, like, sure enough, that was the plot twist at the end.
I would have been super
like,
mad at you, but I
everyone
wouldn't have done
around me
shit.
was so mad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Spoiled
know
the
that,
shit.
and I still watch the movie over and over, and it's still tight.
Not to me.
Hey, you didn't like the movie where the plants
Well,
were
you
making
didn't
people commit suicide? That's not like the sickest premise ever. That's just so dumb.
You must
No.
not have very big taste.
That's a precursor joke you guys ain't gonna understand. It happened before the show.
No, it
Insider.
didn't. That was off the fly. Thank you. Off the cuff.
Off the fly. Not even on the fly, just
I know.
off the fly.
Right. It's different.
Fire.
It's
This
different.
guy's got fire jokes. No, but speaking of movies, is that the plan for you? Do you want to transition into acting and go into movies, or do you just want to strictly do stand-up comedy? I know a lot of those guys get worn out on the road. Like,
Yeah, like, I'm not a road comic or anything. I do the day job thing, or I did until I got laid off about a month ago. But
okay.
yeah, man, the money's not worth the road right now because I'm only like 2.5 years in,
Okay.
and people that are in road comics have been doing like 8 or 9 years. You gotta build up. You gotta have like hours of material before you
doing that shit. How long are you? What are your sets? averaging?
Typically, I end up doing like 15 to 20 on stage right now.
Okay.
And I've got maybe 45 minutes worth of jokes, but it's not to where I could take it on the road and just seamlessly do 30
Rattle
every
it
night.
off,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But
Gotcha.
TV shows? You wouldn't do
Oh, if
you've
it-
never thought about writing a script?
That would
If
be
you
dope.
writing, yeah, but like the acting side of it,
Not
I don't know that I would do. Writing it would be fun though.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, it felt like you and Joey were like kind of going in that direction. Like you guys started thinking of T-shirt ideas, and then you guys always had these like out the world concepts of some real fucking inappropriate shit, like pistol whipping babies.
Yeah, pistol whipping
that
babies.
Was Joey.
That
It
was
was
Joey.
Joey.
That was-
It was Joey. But
And
we
then-
heard some fucking comic gold when you were around.
Like I wanted to make this shirt that had like the Pope holding his scepter with one of his hands outstretched. That was like,
scepter?
keep your Pope hand strong.
Out of body.
Keep the Pope hand strong.
Yeah.
That would have been fire in this time.
In this time.
Who you got for the Super Bowl?
Atlanta. Legit, man. I know.
Do you fuck with
No, who do you
Miami
got in
or-
the Super Bowl? Not where you got broads.
You got
But he
brought
does
in
have
that.
bras in
Yeah,
it.
no. I mean, everyone's gonna. The easy pick would be to say the Patriots, but I think the Falcons take it. The way that offense is clicking right now, they got so many weapons. I mean, what New England does best is they take away your number one weapon. So I don't expect Julio Jones to really do anything in that game. But I mean, with Sanu and with Freeman and Coleman and just as hot
Taylor
as Matt
Gabriel's come
Ryan
on the end
is,
of the year, man. He's just that super quick kind of Tyreek Hill type weapon.
Yeah.
Super good. I mean, they got a lot of guys to worry about in the
They
offense.
do. I think the X factor is going to be a dude like Tevin Coleman coming out of nowhere because New England doesn't really do well with running backs that catch the ball well, and Freeman and Coleman both.
Well, plus they have so much speed, and the Patriots linebackers.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and the Patriots haven't faced a team that can pass rush the last few weeks, and Atlanta can get to the quarterback. So I think high scoring game, 33-27 Falcons.
Okay, he's making
Dang.
predictions.
You got a prediction?
You heard it here first.
You got a prediction, dog?
I was thinking about betting New England minus the 3 on the spread. For you non-gambling people, that means New England would have to win by 4 or more in order to cover that spread. They're
Yeah,
minus
for
3.
y'all
I-
out there.
Yeah, we
that
know
don't
about
gamble.
this.
I'd take
You guys
it-
know?
Yeah,
Oh, you guys
me,
are big gamblers?
me and Trav,
Yeah.
we're actually gambling on who's gonna have the dopest Super Bowl commercial.
Right.
That's what we watch
Yeah,
for.
we're doing a trifecta
You
right
go-
now.
you
Yeah.
go Doritos? Or
Well,
what?
I don't know. I've got a strange feeling Ocean Breeze is gonna have like just something fire this year.
The commercials are getting whacked. Dog.
Yeah.
They're getting
Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah,
Oh, they're just doing too
dumb.
They're
so much.
trying
They
to be
used to
funny.
be,
Yeah,
yeah, and
trying
they used
way
to be
too hard.
fire, and then now I'm sure some of them would be cool, but
Yeah, man. 'cause
it's all the
back-
foreign commercials that are dope as fuck.
Back in
And
the
weird.
day, there
Yeah.
would be like 15 to 20 commercials that everyone was talking about after the Super Bowl, and now it's like 3 or 4.
Right.
Yeah, and most of them
and
are
for
like,
a 4.5, sometimes 5-hour event to come out with 3 or 4 commercials that even catch your attention.
It's
That's
because
soft.
I feel like it's because the companies that are paying to get those spots don't have fucking weak ass writers. You know what I mean?
No, I think to not
Because you got like progressive.
to not put all the blame on them though. To be fair, look at what we have these days we didn't have back in the day. The internet. You see a million videos a day. It takes a lot more to impress you. It takes a lot more to make you laugh. it's not as simple as it used to be because it was something that's special. Now you go on the internet, you see anything you want, anytime you want, and it's harder to entertain. It's harder to keep our attention.
Bro, no doubt. Fuck you, Al Gore, for inventing the goddamn internet.
That's just my take on it. That's my take on it. I mean, to be fair.
Nuts, you're not surprised.
Nah, that's actually.
I laugh every time.
I remember that.
Fart jokes are always funny on YouTube.
Yeah, you remember that Dion commercial with the with like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner?
No, way back in the day.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I remember that one, and it was kind of like they added animation, so that was new. But it wasn't like it was funny or anything. But everyone thought it was such a dope commercial.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah, because it was just, boom, they had, animation in it. And so,
Bro, and as a hardcore fucking
That was
Cowboys
way back.
fan, I do not fuck with Deion Sanders. Never did.
Why?
What?
What do you
Because
mean?
he would never make tackles. He was too pussy to fucking to hit somebody.
Must be the money.
He just pushed. Oh, don't do
Hey.
that.
Must be the
He
money.
always pushed people out of bounds or tried to. There's no tackle.
Deion. Must
I've been a
be the
49er
money.
fan my whole life, and Dion played one season with us, won a Super Bowl, and he was a big reason why we won the Super Bowl that year. So I
Oh, you're a
fuck with
Niner
Deion,
fan?
man.
Yeah, Deion.
That's your
Yeah,
squad,
Deion.
huh?
Shit.
Dang, they just fell hard.
Because you're from the Bay,
Fell
right?
so
Or no, you're
hard
from
after
Washington.
Harbaugh.
No, I'm from
Or
yeah.
Oregon?
Like I grew up in the Seattle area, but when I was a kid, Seahawks fans didn't exist.
Right, of course.
So like
Yeah,
all
no
my friends were Niner fans, and that's what I grew up watching. My family's all Bronco fans, always has been.
Mm-hmm.
And like I guess when I was like 4 years old, they lost a Super Bowl, and I just swore them off. And I picked up the
F4.
Niners. And,
Picked up the Niners just in time.
yeah. And I've been with that for
Right.
30 years, so it's not
I know,
anything
that's
where you
cool.
guys can be accused of.
Do you still cheer for the Broncos though, or
Well,
no?
but it
Or are you
was
one
a
of those people that
bandwagon.
just hates the Broncos, like
I
because you
don't-
live here? There's a lot of people that live here, and like
I don't root against the Broncos, but I don't believe in having a second team neither.
Right.
Like there's
Gotcha.
cats that try and rep like 2 or 3 squads, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Well, I'm not saying you have a Von Miller jersey. I'm just saying, like, if they're on, and you're at your family's on the crib, your family's at the crib. Are you cheering for the Broncos with the family? Are you
happy
just
for your
sitting
city?
there?
Are you happy for your community?
Hey, look, man, I'm definitely happy when Denver thrives. So when Denver won,
So you're going for them in the Super Bowl.
yeah, for sure. I was happy for the city.
Since there's no other team playing, the
Yeah.
Niners were at home.
Yeah, man. I mean, I lived.
Dick
Yeah,
move.
they've.
No, I'm just
They've
saying.
been
I'm
at
asking
home.
were the Niners at home?
You had to go for them because
Were the Niners at
clearly
home? I'm not talking about a
49ers
home
were
game.
nowhere in the picture.
No game.
Right.
They weren't
Yeah.
even a mention.
Hey,
So
hey, look, we're going
Broncos?
We're hiring Kyle Shanahan. It's going to
I
turn
know.
around in 3 or 4 years.
I'm
So-
hearing rumors that they want to hire Kyle Shanahan and then make Mike Shanahan the GM, like an Elway's position.
I don't think
I don't think-
Kyle would be cool with that.
I don't think Mike
but
would do it. He golfs every day. The guy's
Right.
got leather
he's
face
got
just
the
like he
car
was coaching still.
dealerships.
Just the skin.
looking like Mickey Rourke.
Skin is hard as
Oh,
leather.
man, he's
In the wrestling.
like he's
Yeah.
closest in skin tone to Trump. Like,
When he was at Washington, that fool is a Redskin.
yeah,
He was the mascot of the Redskins
No
when he was
racism.
coaching there. He should have been there.
Right.
Yeah, not Ray. Sorry. Guess that was a little inappropriate. I don't know if it was. I was misinformed. What do you want from me?
It's
Guys,
better.
that's what goes down around
Better to
here.
be
I'm only
misinformed.
one man.
What outside of football, any other big sports you follow?
yeah, man. Like baseball, I'm Seattle. I love the Mariners.
Women's curling.
Mariners.
Women's curling.
Yeah.
No,
But no. Like in a gym. He just likes to. He goes to the gym and watches
Buff
women curl
Yeah, that's
I
fresh.
watch
Women
women's
curling.
volleyball.
Women's curling.
for the sand. For the sand.
Shazenka Petrolova's your
For the
favorite.
appreciation of
Just
the
curling their
ocean
hair.
and
Yeah.
the beach and
They're curling.
And the beaches.
nature. Yeah, nature.
He appreciates beaches.
Watch him curl.
Yeah, man. Like I was a Sonics fan, so I don't really mess
Oh,
with the,
fuck yeah,
with
Sean
the
Kemp.
NBA right now.
Sean Kemp.
Skinny camp.
I'd never. Yeah.
You wanna
before
be
he
an
got all
OKC
cut
fan?
out.
The Rain Man.
No, I won't be an OKC fan. I hate them.
That's where your squad went, bro.
I hate them.
I call them the Thunder cunts. I do
Dang.
not like them.
Mad disrespectful.
Yeah.
I saw a sign this weekend at the women's march that said that. She was walking around saying, Thunder Cats. I was just playing.
The funniest thing was like there was these dudes who went to the women's march with like sports
Thundercats.
signs like Golden State blew a 3-1 lead.
Oh, yeah. That shit's funny. They will not let
I
that
was like,
die,
that's
bro.
some trolling, man.
That
That's
is-
a beautiful thing right there.
Serious trolling.
Are
They
you
won't let it
gonna
die.
move up to Denver? You're in the Springs now, but
Yeah.
just come up here, man. It's a
like-
lot more action.
Yeah, like ever since the old employer made it possible to look for new jobs.
On the dime.
Yeah.
On the company dime.
Right. Yeah. So I'm
Promoted to
looking
customer.
to be up here. long term, I'll move back to the West Coast when I decide to like retire and be old and shit. But yeah, Denver's in the near term future, I believe.
Yeah, you should. Do you do a lot of shows up here, or do you get?
Yeah, when I get the chance, and like living here is just, it's weird, man, because there's like 2 or 3 actual clubs up here, and if you're on with them, it's cool. And then there's open mics every single night, and it's a tight community. So there's definitely a lot of stage time to be had up here, whereas down in the Springs, it's not as much.
Do you who else does it? Do you have like a crew of people that you like to kick
Or a
it down there
favorite
that get
comedian
down?
up here?
I don't know, man. Like I like a lot of the comedians, even though some of them are a little bit on my stuff for being way politically incorrect. I don't know, man. Like,
Who's tight?
Isn't that the point of like stand-up comedy? Like to be politically incorrect
It's-
and get pops and get
right.
jokes and make people laugh at shit they wouldn't normally
Don't
laugh
they
at
say-
out in the street.
Don't they say if it doesn't offend somebody, it's not a joke?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what do you mean they're getting on your shit? Like,
Yeah,
for me,
no,
that doesn't-
they'll be like, you shouldn't go that direction with that joke because you might offend people. And I'm
Fuck
like,
that.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
crazy, man.
You know,
It's-
not that I pay this man any additional credit, but like a Daniel Tosh is somebody who never gave a fuck about what he said.
Oh yeah,
And he got ahead by doing that shit. So it's like,
same with like Anthony Jeselnik, that fool.
Or
Right,
fucking
right.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Richard
from
Pryor,
the beginning.
he
Or
definitely was speaking some very
George
personal
Carlin,
shit.
Lenny Bruce, all those fools.
Yeah.
Like if they were doing jokes today, they'd have people coming at them like this material is offensive, and they still wouldn't have given a fuck. But
exactly.
no.
That's where a dope
Hell
comedian
no.
like takes it and spins it. Like, yo, these guys are telling me my jokes are offensive, and they saying I shouldn't go this direction with that joke. But I mean, look at me, I'm offensive. Like I'm a fucking
Right,
offensive
right.
man. Like my face is offensive. Look at me. Like whatever. You just spin it into something else
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just roll.
yeah.
Like,
I think that's super whack. I would.
Denver-
That's dumb.
Denver's produced a lot of great comics, like the guys
TJ
who have that
Miller's from
show.
here.
TJ Miller's from here.
That girl from Flight of the Conchords.
that showed Those Who Can't. Those 3 guys
Oh,
are
the
all
girl
from here.
Mhm.
And from Boston.
You ever mess with
Um,
Spencer James?
I've done a couple shows with Spencer, man.
Yeah,
He's
he's
funny
cool.
dude. He won
Really
the,
funny dude,
Won the
very
World
cool.
Series of Comedy.
Yeah. We did a
yeah.
show last year with him at this theater over in the Highlands, The Bug.
Mhm.
Me and my man Evan did a show. We played. It was dope, dude. We did it. It was kind of the show was called Plethora. It's kind of like a variety show of a bunch of different types of, entertainment. And there was a little bit of stand-up comedy, some singing. Me and Evan performed.
A donkey show.
We did a dope show, and then there was a donkey show. Shut the fuck up, Travis. So this will just spit water all over. We got that on video, all over his iPhone. Is that a 7?
No.
Oh, not
6.
waterproof, son.
Not even the 6S.
Wow.
I'm a little behind, but I'm trying to pay this shit off.
Hey, how lit was it inside the Bug?
What?
The show that you did. You said it was called the Bug,
Yeah,
or the venue.
yeah.
How lit was that
Is
show?
that a joke? Doesn't it sound like he was trying to make a joke? Did it sound? You said how lit was it inside the Bug? Like what?
Hey,
Like
Doug, that was just a properly executed
that was
confusion
funny.
tactic.
did you
Yeah,
think
no
it was a
idea.
joke
It
too?
was. I was waiting for
It was
it.
like
I
on
was,
a
it was-
scale from
it
1 to
was-
Firefly.
It was good. How lit was the bug? Yeah.
Dude, right when I said it, he looked at me like, "No, I'm dead serious."
Right.
Like
I loved
No,
all
that
of
was
it.
that was just me winning.
Yeah.
that was not winning.
Yeah,
That was terrible
I just
attempt
fucked
at
you
comedy.
Up. I fucked you up so bad.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, it's
Not even
weird
tight.
though, because like Denver has a bunch of comics that are great at what they do. It's just like different styles. Like for me, I appreciate people who have great writing, and there's this kid Alan Bromwell that he's hilarious. It's just super sharp with the jokes. This guy Brent Gill's another one, and then there's people who riff really well. Like there's this Stephen AJ, this girl.
I know
Janae-
Steve. I was just gonna ask you if you knew Steve.
Yeah.
I play flag football with that guy all the time.
Yeah, Janae Burris. Like they just go up and they riff and they end up building on their jokes. Like a joke that originally was 2 minutes ends up being 30, and they get more and more laughs with it every
Right.
time. Like so, it's different styles. Like to me, I appreciate a guy who just really crafts a well written joke. And so, like, Alan is one of those dudes for me that's just super funny. Same with Brent. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of talent in the Denver comedy
What's more
scene.
your style?
I write. Yeah, I'm all.
So you
about
kind
it
of write
just
the
being,
joke and you stick to it to a T. You're kind of
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I would be like Steve. I would just be riffing off the cuff, talking shit, changing it every single night, based
Getting
off the
tomatoes
person.
thrown
You
at
know.
you.
Oh fuck no! You kidding me? Challenge me to do a 5-minute
High
set.
pitch.
They call them pasta
Go
feet.
in there and shut the place down. Fuck outta here.
Young pasta feet.
Young
That's fine.
pasta,
That's
Farian.
fine. Introduce me as Young Pasta Feet. I'll still go out there and smash it.
Yeah,
I would probably be.
You
I'd
would be
probably
good off the top.
I'd be more off the fly too, I think, but not
Off
not
the fly again.
Is that,
Off the
is that
fly.
not a
Yeah.
thing? On the fly, off the cuff,
It's off the cuff.
and on the fly.
Yeah.
On the fly.
Okay, all right.
You're mixing.
Why
two
be on the
different
cuff or off the fly? Either way.
Perfect.
Either way.
Good execution.
No, but I'd probably do more of that and have like a little bit written, just kind of as backup. But
Right.
I don't know. I would like to try it. I think I'm gonna try it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I think it'd be
fun.
fun.
Banging shout out to the homie James and his brother Darren. They're talking about doing stand up. They're fucking hilarious guys.
Yeah.
And they've never done stand. Well, actually, Darren did stand up one time, and he was really uncomfortable. But they're two hilarious kids. So if they really write out a set, I'm trying to bring them. Well, I'm definitely trying to bring them on the phone.
That's
They
the
should
fine
do-
line.
They should do skits.
Yeah,
I think
and they
would kill
were
at
doing it
skits.
on Facebook.
Right,
for a
right.
bit.
But they just only did it for a little while.
It's two different worlds, man. Like
Yeah.
writing sketch comedy versus writing a stand-up set. Like me and a couple friends are trying to write some sketch stuff for YouTube here. And
For
like I had,
YouTube, what do you mean?
just like web videos.
Some videos
like,
to upload to YouTube.
like-
What do you mean, Travis?
Oh, it sounded like he meant he was writing like for YouTube.
Oh,
like,
Jesus, Travis.
That's what it sounded like.
for the purpose of putting on
You
YouTube.
caught me on
Yeah.
the cuff or off the cuff. You know, the man needs to say what you mean. Damn it.
Yeah,
Are you writing
terrible.
for the writers of YouTube?
Oh, wait,
Are you
wait.
getting paid?
So like, well, I mean, if you
No, I'm
catch
just
enough
kidding.
views,
So
you get paid.
you're
Me
uploading
and Johnny
to
looked at
YouTube.
each other like, what the fuck?
Right?
is he
Yeah.
talking
Like
a
I
good
had
question.
this,
Well, yeah, I thought it was.
You
I
know
was
it wasn't a
like,
good
what the
question. This fool grabbed me about to
fuck?
die.
He did.
So yeah, it was like this idea for just like a battered husband's anonymous, and I just thought that's a hilarious concept. Have all these dudes like in a support group talking about how their wives and girlfriends beat on them, and
Yeah.
you know, and then like occasionally have a video where a couple of their girls are hanging out just talking shit on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys who are getting beat up by their girlfriends.
Nah.
Hey,
you're
stay
weak.
strong. Not
Right.
not physically clear.
Right,
You are?
right. No, that's pussy shit.
I-
That's definitely.
Oh, you were looking at him like he's.
Nah. We just
What happened?
did nothing.
Can
No,
you go
you-
into
We're not
that?
gonna air nobody.
You cannot- you
we're not gonna
cannot-
air nobody shit out here,
Yeah.
but we know.
Hey,
We're just gonna
well,
bring
let's-
stuff up and we're gonna cut the audience
No, let's
out.
keep
That's
it. Let's
great.
keep it positive for everything for the woman's rights. I believe in everything like that. But woman, you know, you're definitely not gonna. I'm not gonna get beat.
Yeah.
I don't believe in
if
women's
a
rights.
woman beats you,
Okay, continue.
No,
Here we
like
go.
I got in trouble for this the other day because like
Oh,
my
dear,
homegirl,
don't do it on the
yeah, No,
podcast.
seriously,
No, I'm
no, seriously. Like my homegirl invited me to the women's march, and I said no, and she's like, "Well, don't you support women's right?" And I said no. And like she hung up before I had the chance to elaborate. It was like what
No,
I meant.
but- no.
Like, here's my thing. Like I don't believe rights should be customized to specific groups of people. Like I think there's individual rights, and the rights are the same for every individual, regardless of if you're a woman or what color you are or how you identify sexually. You know, like rights are rights for everybody. Like, and I don't know. Like, I think it's overblown. Like, a lot of what they wanted was just to make sure that the dollars were funding Planned Parenthood and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Okay, so let me ask you a question on that level. Rights are rights across the board.
right.
So, I don't know. I don't want to push you into an uncomfortable conversation, but
Oh, go ahead.
like, I feel like at some point people zero in on rights because it's a certain group of people that feel like they're not being treated right. So for instance, like gay marriage was a huge thing for forever.
right.
Did you think it was okay to focus specifically on that too? And you don't have to say whether or not you
Well, no, see, like,
approve of gay marriage or not, but did you feel like it was okay if somebody felt bad for the country to come together as a whole to focus on one positive thing?
So like with that, like I believe you love whoever you love. You shouldn't change that. You shouldn't apologize for it. That's who you are, you know, and like people should embrace that. But I don't think the government should ever have been involved in marriage. Like the reason marriage's licenses came up in the first place was to keep interracial couples from getting married. And then it became a tax thing. So like it should just be a private contract decision for two individuals who are consenting to get married.
Right.
Like and what it is like the reason the gay marriage topic became so big when it did is they were being refused access to the same entitlements that heterosexual married couples were. So it had more to do with the financial aspect of it than necessarily about equality. And sure, for a lot of people, maybe it was about the equal rights thing, but like, I just don't think that the government should be involved in it at all.
I get you. I agree 100%. But if we take out the financial side of shit, and it was just, I want to declare my love for this person and just have it on paper. Like, even though they shouldn't have shit to do with it, if one group should be able to do it, every group should be able to do it,
Isn't
right?
that right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you feel? Like, I mean,
I don't think that you should withhold something from an individual that you grant to another individual based on their status. But I think if you take the government out of the entire process, that's the only way to truly make it fair for everybody.
That's the ideal situation.
Yeah.
Can't nobody say shit about that.
Right.
I mean,
and that's my libertarian though, man. So I piss off Republicans and Democrats all day in the same conversation. So that's just me.
Hey, bro, I know. We've had a couple
Oh yeah,
back and forth online.
and
It's
then
always love.
And then we've had stuff where we are completely in lockstep and agreeing, and other people are just like shouting at both of us. So like,
Yeah,
it's
fuck
you
them all.
guys are arguing on Facebook or something?
I argue with people on Facebook.
How do you
just
guys
to-
do that shit? Where do you
Yeah,
guys find the
I can't
time?
do it.
I
Nah,
can't fucking do
I
it.
can't do
It's
it.
fun to me.
I get, dude, I don't have the time, and has it ever in the history of Facebook, have you been able to argue with someone and them say, well, you know what, you're right, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna spin this
no,
round. No,
it's-
everyone just fucking
but
has 1 million hours to come back, and they just keep thinking and then thinking. They look up
but
something.
it's not about
just trying to
changing their
tease it.
mind. It's about making them look stupid.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You can't.
100%. I either get people to block me or get a gang of people disagreeing with them, and then it's like they just bow out and they don't say you're right, but they stop.
They don't
talking.
ever say you're right.
I don't need to hear that. If they stop talking,
I need to hear
with
that
10
shit.
people. No,
That's why I argue with people in person, because I'm fucking boom, boom, back and forth, quick. Then they can't fucking keep up, and okay.
Look, even
Oh,
if
you
I
just- They're out.
Overwhelm them with
even
words.
even if I realize
out.
that someone's right, I'll never tell them that. I'll say something like, "You're not wrong."
right, you're not wrong, but
Right.
I'm right too.
You're not wrong.
Okay, we're both right. Friends.
Facebook to me is like just comedy. Like I just go in there to laugh. For real.
Oh, there's some gold on there for sure.
This fool
It is.
trolls the shit out
It
of
is.
people.
I go on there. I
Trolls.
fuck with people. I troll people. I watch funny videos. I laugh at other people that are pissed off and venting about bullshit.
I can't do it. See, that's my thing. I just don't care. So I don't
Yeah,
take
me
like
neither.
interest in someone else's.
Me neither.
What's-
I think
what's
it's-
funny
It
is
would be hard
like-
for me to get into like a real fucking. Like,
I'm rarely
upset
on
battle.
there bitching. I'm always just like, yo, I got this going on. This is what's going on this week. Hey, this is how I feel today.
Well, it's funny, like Facebook's been all just politics the last
know.
6
Oh,
months.
God.
Yeah.
Why? What is it about Facebook? Why do people feel comfortable to bitch on Facebook? Is
That's
it
the
just,
only
is it sharing the
platform most
attention?
people have.
That's their soapbox.
It's the only platform.
It's
most people have.
online because
It's shared-
like when you actually are face to face and talking with someone about a subject, you have to craft your argument in a way to get your point across without pissing them off. But like when you're sitting behind a computer, you can just be an internet gangster and say whatever you want
Yeah.
Hell
because
yeah.
there's no consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like the reason I feel like I've gotten so engaged with this political shit recently is because I feel like people are blatantly wearing their hate or their racism or their bigotry on their shoulders nowadays. Like just the other day, Trav was working with a customer, an elderly white lady who starts having a conversation with Trav, like really pro-Trump. Cool.
Right,
Trav,
yep.
Trav deals with it. He leaves. She comes back into the store, and I'm dealing with her. And she starts talking to me about outsourcing. And she's like, too much going to Mexico, going to China, going to Korea to make. Like, we need to bring it home. And I was like, everybody outsources.
We need to
And
bring
she
it
looked at
home.
me and she said, not for long. And I was like, all right, okay, well, I understand this is a Trump reference you're making, but I just kind of let her keep talking. And then she's like, there's this great appliance store off Evans where you buy it, it's all American made. You go there, you take, you can look at the labels and it all shows American made. And she had a picture on her phone and on it said, made in Toronto, ON. And I said, this is Canada, right? She looked at me with the most dead solid face and said, well, I prefer Canada over Mexico. Oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, bitch, you already said it. I know what you mean.
mean.
Like, as
You
long as
guys
it's
got
not
into this
Mexico.
Talk over in
Right.
a cell phone store. She's bringing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was very, very open about it. Like, She didn't look at me and say, "Oh, he's Mexican. I shouldn't say Mexican stuff." She looked at me
Mexican
and said,
stuff.
"I'm just going to vent to this guy and just tell him about how it's so good that the whites are coming back."
Yeah.
It was such a
crazy to me.
weird conversation, but shit. She left with a smile. I took care of her and just kind of was a little more woken up to what the fuck's going on.
So weird.
We get such a weird fucking dynamic at that store.
It's crazy, man. Because like I didn't support Trump either at all, and I would make people mad because I used to wear this shirt that had a picture. It's a black shirt with an orange face of Trump, and it just says Cheeto Jesus. And like, dude, that was a conversation starter, and people would get
Cheeto
so mad
Jesus.
at that shirt. Yeah, man. Well, because like all these people just bought in super hard and think he's gonna save America from its problems, and it's like no president can ever save America from its problems, man. That's got to start with the people.
Yeah, why does everyone always think that?
No shit.
Every election,
Bro,
everyone's like, this is it.
I
This
can't
is the
say
true change is coming.
I can't say I'm not guilty. Like seeing Obama had like an overwhelming effect on me of thinking he's talking to the people, he's talking to us, he's gonna make everything better. It's like, well, he's only a
There's only
face.
one man.
Yeah, he's not gonna do shit.
Well,
He's gotta get everything approved, yeah.
like
Just
there's
Exactly.
there's a
Exactly.
bunch
It's
of
always a
things.
team.
There's
It's
a bunch
not-
of things
so funny.
Obama
People get
did
so
that I
wrapped
wasn't
in
a
it.
fan of. But like, if you look at Obama, minorities had never felt represented before, and that's
For
the
real.
biggest thing
Well,
with Obama is they felt.
We had Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I mean.
We had Bill Clinton.
He said, well,
Bill Clinton was that nigga, bro. Like holding little black babies, kissing them on the forehead. Like just he definitely had a connection, and he played the fucking saxophone.
yeah.
So we definitely had
Yeah.
a feel for representation, but
No,
There's just-
I mean, but you never like had that ultimate dude that was like, I'm a minority, I could be president. Like just the fact that he got elected said a lot about America, and then now with Trump getting elected, that says a lot about America too in
Right.
a different way.
right.
But
Well, here's the thing. Kicking it back to that lady that you're talking about in your store. Now I don't know if it's left or right with her, but there are people that are like that with her that are just, they're not racist. They're just fucking diehard Americans, and they just want it to stay here in America and not necessarily, and they see when do you hear about a ton of illegal immigrants coming from Canada? You don't. So she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't blame Canada.
Yeah.
That's what she blames automatically is Mexico. Whether it's not that maybe she doesn't like Mexicans or she doesn't like Mexico or Mexican people or anything. She just sees that influx, and that automatically is the thing to her that's like, whoa, this is America. I want America. I don't want it to go out. So, it might not be Mexicans that she's racist against, or maybe she
maybe
is.
it's
I
not
don't know.
racism either. Maybe
Right.
she just doesn't know how to not come across
Exactly.
as racist.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you take it.
But if she would have caught a 2-piece in front of me, like I wouldn't have tried to save the bitch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, look at a guy like you has Hispanic, but you're American,
Yeah.
fucking born here,
Yeah.
American, right?
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, what I guess is I guess what I'm trying to say is shouldn't Hispanics, shouldn't blacks, shouldn't whites, if we're all fucking American, you're American. Like, to me, what matters about race and about anything else if you're American? Is it because none of us fucking came from here? Like,
No.
one
Well,
came
I
from
mean,
here. Like,
partially Mexicans.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was gonna
partially
say Native
Mexicans
Americans,
lands.
Yeah, and they're still.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, though? Like,
Nah, I feel you.
shouldn't we all want shit to fucking be American made and
We-
provide American jobs for everyone? Like, no matter what the fuck your race
Right,
is?
but-
Or is it because people have family in different spots, they take offense to it? Or people have, whatever it may be.
I think it just all comes down to the idea of preferential treatment to one group and not another. So that makes you very aware of differences.
Shouldn't it be preferential treatment to Americans?
so
yes, it absolutely should be.
We're all fucking
we should just take
Americans.
care of each and every one of us.
so
But
like,
I don't necessarily feel like
No matter
that's
what
the
race
case.
you are, if you're American, you're probably having to pay a fuckload of taxes.
Yeah,
And
hey.
there are illegal immigrants of every fucking color, race, whatever, costing you, not paying you tax money, and they're using the same roads you're using, and you're paying for that shit. You're paying to fix all this shit. That's the people I'm at. I don't give a fuck what race you are. If you're here illegally, not paying for taxes, and that it's taken out of my pocket.
Shout out to Trump.
That's where that's what I care about.
You
know what
paid
I
them
mean?
taxes,
like-
homie.
See, like,
just
what,
like-
the thing is, like, as Americans, yes, you should want other Americans to succeed and prosper, and
Right,
you should
no
want
matter
there to
what,
be
man.
a bigger piece of the pie for everyone. But like, the whole mentality of like America first, I think that's dangerous because, like, I'm not gonna call Trump Hitler or anything, but like, if you look how Hitler came to power in Germany, one of the central themes was Germany über alles, which means Germany over everything or over all. So like that whole, like, it was Germany first. And you look like every government that's gone hardcore socialist or communist or had a dictator, there was such a focus on the only country that matters is our country. So like, to me, I think I'm very much into free trade, free markets. Like, I don't mind jobs being outsourced. If we made friendlier business environments, like lowered startup costs, and even in some cities and states lowered corporate taxes so that more jobs can be created, I think that would be good. But like, the mindset of America first and fuck everyone else, I think is absolutely a dangerous mindset. And that's one of the biggest problems with how Trump positions his speeches and what he's talking about is like, it's not just like, I want Americans to succeed. It's, we need to only have this one central focus on ourselves.
Shit, I can fuck with the idea of America first, but it's a problem when the people who are hardcore preaching America first, whether it's anti-outsourcing or anti-importing, they will see somebody who was born in America and is an American Muslim and immediately stereotypes and treats that person a certain way.
And that's what he said. No president's gonna fix anything. It starts with
we
the
need to start taking care of
the
each other,
fucking
like
people.
with
Is what it
brothers
starts
and
with. It doesn't
sisters.
matter
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
president it is. That kind of shit happens from the people, and that kind of shit is taught from when they're grown up. You know,
And
when
taught
they're
from
raised.
TV. It's
Yeah,
taught from
exactly.
everything we watch and listen to.
What's funny is, like, even our troops who serve aren't really anti-import or anything like that. I remember, like, my dad was in the army, and he was stationed in Saudi Arabia when I was a kid. And he would come back every few months with like new British Knights and all these fly shoes.
Ooh,
That
that's
he was-
funny. BK.
Yeah,
Right.
that he was getting for like $5, whereas they were $90 to $100 here in the States.
Yeah.
Like, and like, even troops that go over there now, they're bringing stuff back that's just on the cheap.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask, how tall is your dad?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, like, he was 6'4", and my mom's 5'8", so I don't know how I got to be 6'11".
There's nobody in your family that.
Like, I have an
Super
uncle
tall?
that's 6'7".
Are you the tall- you're the tallest person in your
Did you get knee implants?
No, man,
Knee
no.
implant.
Dude, like,
No, this fool's shin's long as baseball bats. So I ain't
look,
fucking around.
I legitimately
You got shin
grew a
extensions?
foot between my freshman and junior year of high school, though. So, like, my knees were killing me.
Oh,
Hey,
shit, I
wait,
bet.
how tall were you in high school?
Like, I started high school, I was 6 feet tall.
And you hit 6'10" or 6'11" while you were there?
By my junior year, and then
And
I
you were
rounded
playing
out.
ball for sure.
Well, how
Yeah.
many beds did you go through? Did you guys just,
Uh,
how many beds? Fuck, you
How
going
many
out the
pairs of shoes?
No, like, I was lucky. I got a queen size early on, so I didn't, like, even that I was dangling over there at the end.
So you
but,
just had to get
you
a
know.
second queen size for your legs.
Yeah, I was
For
gonna
my
say
feet,
queen
for
size
my
ain't
feet.
enough.
You gotta get
That ain't gonna be
in your
enough.
head, like,
Nah, I need that California king if,
No
if
doubt.
my feet ain't gonna dangle.
Yeah, no
Oh,
doubt. I
shit.
seen on Crib Shaq had a bed that was just a big old circle and it was fucking huge.
yeah, I saw that too. His wife was on there, and she looked like a
Yeah.
little kid. on
Yeah, I
that
was
thing.
like, oh my
she's
god.
You look like a lap dog.
Yeah.
She's tiny.
Are they
But
still
they're
together?
not. No, they're not together
Yeah,
no more.
his ex-wife.
Like, I don't understand that thing. Like, all my tall friends ends up with these tiny ass women, and I don't see how it is, man.
They got a fetish.
What
What
do
those
you
tiny
like?
girls love those
What do you
huge ass
like?
motherfuckers.
For all the
He's all I love
ladies
just
out there.
midgets.
You
I
know,
just mean little people.
I like
Unbelievable. Just
like
very
I
misinformed
tend to prefer like 5'9", 5'10". That's like the
a tall. You like a tall.
Yeah, I
tall
like-
one.
I
That's
like-
like
What's
the
the
size. That's like
shortest
the
girl
size
you've
of a
ever
model, right?
the shortest
5'9",
girl I ever dated was
5'10".
5'4".
5'4".
Yeah.
But you're lucky though, man, because there's nothing out of your range. Like, I'm not a short guy by any means. I'm 6'1", but still, I'll be somewhere and I'll see a girl and she's got her heels on. She's in her business suit. You know, I'm downtown. I'm like, damn, that girl's hot. And then I walk up and I'm like, fuck, she's fucking 3 inches taller than me. Like, I got no shot. You know,
Yeah.
she's probably just a tad shorter than me, or maybe my height.
it's
flat-footed,
it's
but
funny.
it heals.
Last year I did a show at Comedy Works, and this girl came up and approached me afterward, and she was talking about she liked my jokes and stuff, and she was 6'3".
Oh,
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna take advantage of this. Like, asked her out on the spot. Like,
Come here, shorty.
a week later, took her out and like called her up before the date and was like, you can wear heels if you want to.
whoa.
You know,
Yeah.
and like she'd never heard that in her life,
games,
man.
guy.
Yeah,
Hey, can I ask like maybe a little over the line question?
yeah, man, for sure.
You just gotta
Yeah.
ask it.
Don't
The
do
5'4" chick, did she give you just a regular standing blowjob? Like no kneeling, no extra effort, just a standing blowjob.
Nah, she wasn't quite short enough for that.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
I know, that was sick.
Would you
I
say
know, I
there's
gotta-
more groupies in the comedy game or the rap game?
Definitely the rap game.
Rap game.
Yeah.
What would you ask?
If there's more groupies in the rap game or the comedy game?
Oh.
I definitely don't agree with
I-
that.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about groupies.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
In the
but
rap
I've
game,
seen.
you guys
Look, not me personally, but I've seen more groupies in
I
the
feel
rap
like-
game than I have in the comedy game.
Yeah, and a woman, I'm sure, would rather a man that can make her laugh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I feel like
it's
Griff-
much more impressive, I feel like, because, like, you got rappers, I mean, nowadays,
Dime a dozen.
everybody thinks they can rap, too,
Yeah.
and nobody even really has to be good.
You
My
know,
neighbor thinks he can rap. This kid's 3 years old.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. Bro, this
you know,
kid
what's,
thinks
you know
he
what's
can rap.
funny
Yeah,
though.
like,
is
like comedian, you have to be good because you have to make people laugh.
And
in,
I feel-
in hip hop, in rap, a lot of these fools you don't really
Well, there's a
have
lot
to
more
be
that
good.
goes into stand-up comedy. You gotta. A lot of these fools, you don't have to get out your house to put a song out.
But
Right.
the thing is, like,
Corner of the
women
closet.
want a man
Right.
that can make them laugh, but they don't want to become material. So,
Right, no doubt.
Oh,
so,
bitch,
like,
you're getting
in-
roasted.
Makes
And
sense.
in
That's
that
for damn
way,
sure.
a lot of times being a comic can be toxic because they're like,
You're right.
I see how you talk about other women you've dated. No.
I'm not a comic, but that's my problem.
Wouldn't
I'm
that-
fucking-
but wouldn't you
I'm
wanna-
roasting every girl I'm with.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when,
On the
24/7.
spot.
Yeah, like, can we just lay off the jokes for one night? man?
Right. And if
But-
you tell too many of those jokes,
Sure,
they're
it's
like,
a
why do you
goal.
hate
Yeah.
women?
Real stuffed up.
these ladies got the flu all the time.
She's stuffed up. She has a deviated septum. She doesn't have ketamine.
Go, kid.
And a
Little
protruding
coke
rectum.
bitch. Yeah, she's a party girl.
No, for
Get
real
you at
though.
the
I mean,
view house.
that's the truth though. If you're constantly, but it all clicked with me just now, Griff. If you're making fun of your girl all the time, she's probably not gonna be that pumped. But I just can't help it. Like it just goes, you know. I don't.
But you
It's not
should.
even like I'm trying, I'm not setting
you
it
like,
up. It just is what it is.
What about a comedian chick? Do you like girl comedians?
There are female comedians that are really funny. Like, but to me, I'm attracted to sharp writing. So for me, it's the ones that
what the?
that are on that tip. Like an Amy Schumer, to me, her writing isn't that great, and she's been accused of stealing jokes, whether it's true or not, whatever. Like, to me, she's not that funny because her jokes aren't that well written.
Right.
But like Kathleen Madigan, who's not as popular, super crisp jokes. Think she's hilarious, you know. And same thing. There's women locally that I find really funny that aren't as popular as some of the other female comedians locally, but their jokes are so well written that I appreciate them.
Who's tight out here?
There's this woman Mara Wiles, and she's hilarious. Another
What is it? Mara Wiles? Shout out to
Yeah.
Mara Wiles.
yeah, shout out to her
She's
for
in
sure.
She's out of Denver, or
Out of Denver, yeah. Same. There's this other
That's weird.
female comic named Jill Tassie. I find super funny, very well written jokes. But yeah,
How many gigs are you
absolutely.
doing a month these days?
It just depends, man. Like paid gigs, maybe 1 to 2 a month right now, and then everything else is just getting mic time wherever you can get it.
Gotcha.
So that's like it should be more frequent than it is. I definitely need to get more mic time, but as far as the paid stuff, like 1 to 2 a month right now.
Cool, man. That's what's up. I think, we gotta get wrapped up on the podcast.
Yes,
We
sir.
approach some time,
Yeah,
but plug all your stuff, man. Where are you playing next? You got any shows coming up? Your social media? Where can they find you? All that stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Griff Coldiron. I'll post all my show info there. Next big gig, I'm at Looney's Comedy Corner in Colorado Springs, March 9th through 11th with David Nickerson.
Dope.
And that should be fun. And just follow me on Twitter, honestly, and that's where you'll be able to figure out where I'm at because I'll always post it up.
Hey man, it's good to have you on, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
thank
I
you very
appreciate
much,
the
dog.
hell of it, man.
For sure, man.
Anytime.
And Again, thank you guys for tuning in each week. Following's growing, subscribers are growing, so we appreciate that. If you guys go subscribe on iTunes, rate that shit, comment on that shit. I say it every week, but none of you bitches are doing it. So
Idiots.
I'm about to start blocking people from the podcast, to be honest. I'm just kidding. I would never block you, but please do that, man. Please share it with your friends so we can continue to grow.
Yep.
Follow my vlog, youtube.com/Thomas the Franchise. That's my shit, my daily vlog. I'm doing it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So that's fire. And
Self-plug.
Yeah. Oh, shameless. Actually, not even shameless.
Don't be, no shame.
Garth Brooks, I'm so shameless, bro.
Shameless. That's a fire
song. You guys have anything else?
Hey, yeah, check me and Johnny out too. Thefam.com, FAMM. You already know, man. We doing also check us out on IG. Forever About Making Music. We're doing a new verse every Friday, so make sure you check us out and join in. And you should join in too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up? Real quick. Yeah, you got any fucking bars real quick to send us off with?
Nah, man.
Nah, you got a whole. You got a
Been out
whole.
the game for 2 years.
Man, you got something old.
Nah, man. I've
Spit some
been
shit.
out too long.
Alright.
I'll dust it off on one of the Fam Fridays though.
Alright,
So
alright,
look for that in the
alright,
future.
yeah.
That sounds like a commitment.
Yeah, no, it is for sure.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's
All right, man.
dope. All right. It's funny because we've been shouting everybody else out all these weeks we've been doing this podcast, and we never once plugged
I know,
our
I don't-
own shit.
yeah, I
and my
know.
friend the other day was like, why don't you guys
And
ever
Jal-
talk about your own? Like, why
And
don't you guys
fucking
ever plug
Jalal
your own
never
shit?
puts it on the credits or nothing. Super weak.
So, that shit's
Yeah,
tight.
Jalal,
That
thanks,
shit's
bro.
fire.
Fucking weak.
Jalal's whack, bro. He's just over here doing all our editing and
Yeah.
all our, everything else. But
Making it look good.
at least my credit, bro. Give
Moron.
me some credit.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, so again, thanks to everybody that's listening. This is the Misinformed Podcast. Everyone remember, it's better to be misinformed than uninformed.
Yes, sir.